Alright everyone, so let's make this intro short and sweet so we can get into the juicy bits. As you can tell by the title, new weapon balancing patch preview coming out for Destiny. The patch is supposedly coming out in December. We don't know an exact date, at least I don't know an exact date. I will link the actual article in the description below, so if you want to just go read the patch notes, you can go do that. But I'm going to go read through them and kind of say a little bit of my thoughts, but I don't want to take up the entire video rambling, so I'm just going to try and keep it more just reading off the changes. So here we go with auto rifles in PvP. This is all PvP stuff, by the way. I'm going to ignore the PvE stuff simply because I'm not really a PvE channel per se for Destiny. I haven't really posted much raid content or anything like that. If you guys would like me to do that, then I will for sure do that. You know, I'll post the individual fights and how I like to do them, how I usually do them, or whenever I get the chance with a group. But yeah, let's get into the actual changes. Auto rifles in PvP. Small increases to base damage. Low rate of fire auto rifles like Suros Regime are getting a 3% base increase. Medium rate of fires like Zala Supercell and Monte Carlo are getting a 7% base increase. And a high rate of fire, the bullet hoses like Necrochasm are getting a 4% base increase. So I think Monte Carlo is already, that's the auto rifle you already want to use if you're going to use an auto rifle. So I'm saying, 7% base damage increase. Monte Carlo is going to be pretty competitive. I think it's going to be a really good weapon. All the auto rifles, this should make them viable, especially with the pulse rifle changes, which we will read coming up right now. Reduce base damage. Low rate of fire pulse rifles such as Messenger, Spare Change, and Lyudma. 9% base damage reduction. That's huge. That's massive, and they need it, really. If you've used the Messenger post 2.0, you'll know how godly it is. Just 2 bursting to the head constantly. It's so easy. Medium rate of fires like Hawksaw, No Time to Explain, and Red Death are getting an 8% damage reduction, so that's pretty hard hitting to the Red Death and the Hawksaw right there. I think that straight out removes its 2 burst capacity. I'm not completely sure on that though. There is a chart at the below in this article, so I will try and feature that in the video. If not, you guys can go look it up. Look up the whole article and see the chart below the pulse rifle changes. Anyway. High rate of fires like Bad Juju are getting an 8% damage reduction again, and the highest rate of fire pulse rifles, which is essentially just Grasp of Malak and things like that, which is it's the reskinned Oversoul Edict from the original Crota raid. Super high rate of fire pulse rifles are only getting 2% base damage reduction, so that's pretty good. Also, they're reducing damage fall off to start between auto rifle and hand cannon ranges. So a low range pulse rifle will have shorter damage fall off than the average hand cannon, but a high range pulse rifle will have farther damage fall off than the average hand cannon. So that's really good. Obviously, they're trying to tune them so pulse rifles and hand cannons kind of occupy somewhat of the same space depending on the archetype of hand cannon and pulse rifle. So that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Sounds perfect to me. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not any serious number expert in these damages, but 9 and 8% to the low and medium and high rate of fire pulse rifles, as well as an auto rifle buff to base damage. Sounds to me like they could be slightly over nerfing pulse rifles and bringing up auto rifles a little bit too far to boot. I don't have a problem with the pulse rifle changes. I just think the auto rifle changes should be kind of reworked so auto rifles don't become super dominant. Not that I have a problem with auto rifles becoming dominant. That was actually my favorite meta back in the day. The original vanilla Destiny meta where it was literally all auto rifles. That was my favorite by far. No one can argue with me there. Just because the kill time was slow, you weren't getting melted by pulse rifles or hand cannons all the time. It was just way more fun. So, auto rifles become the dominant weapon. No complaints about that. But we'll have to see. Definitely, we'll have to see what happens there. To me, it sounds like it could be a little bit of an overdue, kind of an over nerf on the pulse rifles, but not much at all. And there's the chart there. I'll try and put it in behind this as well. Sneak it in there with the gameplay that I might show. Hand cannons. Increase aim down sights accuracy for more reliable shooting at close to medium range. Golden Gun will not be affected by hand cannon changes, so that's good. I'm assuming they'll mean they're actually going to maybe bump up the aim assist a little bit on hand cannons, as well as the actual accuracy stat, which is essentially the chance of your bullets hitting your target. If you guys don't know, accuracy is pretty complicated, so that's pretty cool. More accuracy with the hand cannons. Not really any flat-out base nerfs to hand cannons there or buffs at all, which is going to be interesting. I think with the auto rifles being brought up, hand cannons could still be a little bit weak. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. Shotguns. This is the big one, boys. This is the one I am so excited about because, spoiler alert, they're making shotguns what I want them to be. Perfect. Absolutely perfect changes I see here. Pretty much. So let's read through them. Reduce starting damage falloff to match melee lunge ranges. Low range stat falloff starts at standard melee lunge, and high range stat falloff starts at blink strike lunge. Blink strike is pretty far, so I'll have to see how that works. But at the same time, that sounds good. It sounds like they're going back to the Halo 3 days. If you guys have never played Halo 3 with a shotgun, you won't know that in Halo 3 that you had to melee after you shotgun someone. Like, you had to be literally up in their face. Shotguns in Halo are literally meant to give you an advantage at melee range, so you can just shotgun them and then quickly melee them, so it's a faster kill time than just 2 melees. And that's the point of shotguns. That's how I grew up knowing shotguns should be in Halo especially. And Destiny is so much like Halo in a lot of respects that I think this change will do a lot of good. Final damage falloff extends 0.5 meters longer for a smoother drop. So they're actually increasing the amount of range the shotguns can hit you at, but it's going to fall off smoother. So it's not going to actually do more damage at a higher range. It's just going to... So it's not as bad as it sounds, believe me. It's kind of hard to explain right now, so let's move on. Slower ready and stow times for all shotguns, so you can't just bring out your shotgun and immediately fire unless you have like quick draw. Additional recoil across the entire stability stat range. Slower reload speed across the entire reload stat range. Slower aim down sights for all shotguns. Slower base movement speed when shotguns are the active weapon. Walk, run, and aim down sight speeds. Sprint is not affected. Add 2 frames delay when firing out of sprint. So if you're just coming up out of sprint, you won't be able to draw your weapon, your shotgun, as fast. So people have a chance to kind of either back up or make a play. Fusion rifles. Increase charge speed on fast charging fusion rifles, but reduce burst damage to compensate. Fusion rifles behave more predictably based on player state, reduced hipfire stability, and increased aim down sights and crouch stability. Reduction in carried ammo capacity for all fusion rifles. That's interesting. They're kind of nerf buffing fusion rifles. I don't think that ammo capacity really needed to be touched, but that's going to be interesting. I mean, with shotguns being nerfed very well, I think, right now, fusion rifles could definitely come back in the meta. Except for obviously in trials where kills off of resurrections are very important. But yeah, fusion rifles could actually absolutely be coming back, and I am kind of looking forward / not looking forward to that. We'll have to see how they perform, because in my opinion, fusion rifles were still extremely powerful. Just shotguns were more dominant, so everyone just used shotguns because they were easier to use. Anyway, sniper rifles. Extends sniper rifle damage falloff, so damage only reduces for very long-range shots. If you guys don't know, for some reason, sniper rifles started losing damage at some of the ranges on some of the maps. Like, you would notice your sniper rifle damage go down when you were, sniping on maps like Widow's Court. It was really, really weird, because it's a sniper rifle. It's supposed to have pretty damn high range. So it looks like, they're keeping the damage fall off, which is weird. But, that's fine. But they're making it a lot longer. They're making the range a lot longer so your damage doesn't fall off. So that's good. Luck in the chamber on sniper rifles now buffs precision damage only. It's getting the final round treatment. No more one-shot body shot kills by the Airine. Get screwed up, scrubs, you losers. You're losers. You suck. Get out. So they're increasing the ready and slow times or stow times for sidearms, meaning that it's actually going to stow or ready faster. You're going to be able to pull it out faster or put it away faster than a shotgun, especially, comparison. So that's pretty cool. Sidearms are actually really, really solid, and I'm excited to see more people start using them. So we'll have to see. I will save the exotic weapon changes for another video, but those are the base weapon changes, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But to me, this sounds amazing. I am perfectly fine with this. Like I said this about the last meta, I was like, ooh, this sounds good. But honestly, I'm tired of getting melted by pulse rifles already. Bring on the auto rifle meta again. I'm okay with it if they're a little bit overpowered, but I don't think they will be too overpowered. They're nerfing shotguns perfectly, like I said. I think maybe still a little bit too much range. We'll see. I'll hold judgment until I actually see the update. I don't want to make hasty judgments. But to me, blink strike range is still a little bit far, just a little bit far. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens, but sounds very, very good to me. These updates sound great. So I'm excited for Crucible in December. I don't know about you guys. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching the video, and I will have a more detailed video on my thoughts out soon as well as the exotic video. They actually tuned specifically some other exotics and are releasing some other exotics in December with the update, some new ones and some old ones that are getting revamped for year 2. So hopefully you guys are psyched for that. Until next time, guys, I will see you later.